Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. This is Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and I'm bringing you another video from Spellbinders. This is for the large die of the month for the month of September, and the die set is called Just a Tweet. Now, there are 34 different dies in this set. We've got a bird and all the parts of him. We've got some flowers, we've got some branches, we've got 3 balloons and these little impression plates, which I think are pretty cool. We've also got a bunch of words over here, just a note and tweet. And then we've got some musical notes, flowers, all the good stuff. First thing I noticed when I saw this thing, because you know I love all things foil, was that the impression plates looked to me like maybe they could do foiling with my hot foil system. So I had to give it a try, and you can already tell I did an oops and had my foil on there backwards, so I accidentally foiled the plate. I'll clean that up later. I haven't really had a chance to, but I went ahead and tested it out on just a tag I had cut out a while back, and it works perfectly. These guys can be used as glimmer plates. Now, I did not receive that as any of the instruction or anything like that. It's basically supposed to be an impression plate, kind of like an embossing plate. And I'm just thinking that this is just too cool, so I had to try it out. Now, you guys know I'm already in the mood for Halloween, so what I'm doing is I'm using some red glimmer foil over some black cardstock to cut out my balloons. I'm using the quick trimmer to trim a little strip of foil that's the right size for my balloons. And then I'm laying everything out on my foil press with the shiny side down, the color side down, and then the cardstock on top. And now I'm just layering up some of my shims to try to get enough pressure to not only foil but also cut. So I take it off of the platform, and it cuts through most of the way, but not entirely. So I do need to run that back through my Gemini Junior to finish that up. So this part is an unexpected surprise. I guess I just didn't think about it, but I left the foil on when I was doing the cutting. So now I've got the waist foil that has that pretty design on it that's in the shape of those little circles. So now it's going to be real easy for me to use that on another project, and it's already got a shape. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet, but I think that just having those is really, really cool. I die cut all the rest of the pieces, and then I'm going to start assembling my card. So I finished cutting everything out, and I'm just going to go through bit by bit and start assembling all of these. So I did the shadow of my little word tweet for the sentiment on some red foil cardstock, and then I've got my little my actual word I did on some heavyweight black cardstock, and I'm just going to glue those together. And I'm leaving it in the negative space here so that it's easier for me to handle, because those little teeny words are a little hard to hold on to. And I need to at least rip off the bottom part so that I can see where I'm placing it on my shadow. Okay, that looks like placement will be good, so I'm going to set that off to the side to dry a little bit. And now I've got my little bird. I'm going to try doing that over here so you can see what I'm doing. And then, as I mentioned, a bunch of balloons. And I just noticed something when I'm looking at this set. I'm looking also at the dies on the website, and it looks like my tail feathers are different than the kit. The tail feathers are different, all right. After the fact, I realized that that was actually a part of a flower that I cut out for the tail feathers. And the die that I thought I was missing that was for the tail feathers was actually something that got separated from the kit and was elsewhere on my desk. So I found it, but I'm going with it. I'm going to go ahead and use the flower die as the tail feathers for this bird. I did make a mistake, and this was I did it on the I folded on the wrong side of the cardstock. So that one is going to go kind of down in the back. I think I'm going to go ahead and put my strings first. And instead of cutting out this die, you could just as easily, just draw some lines where you want the balloon strings to go. Okay, now I'm going to glue my little bird down. And I've got him holding on to the strings of the balloon. So let me go ahead and take a look and see how do I want to arrange all these pretty balloons. Okay, so I think I'm going to go like that. That looks kind of cool. The ones that are in the back I want to have laying flat. I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on this first one. Just kind of slide that in. Okay, so that's one of the bottom ones, and this one is the same kind of deal. Okay, so those are my two flat ones. There we go. And I want some of it to be able to overlap that first balloon. So it's popped up just a little bit, but not a lot. This one is going to need a double layer, because I'm going to have it overlap some of this one. Okay, and this one's going to need a double layer also. Okay, now another piece that is in this die set, but I didn't choose to use them today, are these. Now this is the first time that I think I've seen a balloon set come with circles and then the little pieces that you can add on afterwards. You can add them on as the little ties. I think that is really cool. I'm going to use that in the future. So let's get back over to our sentiment. And it looks like my E's, that the E's may have tried to come off, not adhere well enough yet, and that's fine because I still need to pop out the little centers. I am loving how this one is turning out. It is just so cute. Okay, I'm going to put the word tweet down here at the bottom, which also means that this card can be used for any occasion, because who knows what tweet actually means, right? I've got tweet right down here, and then I'm going to add a few of these musical notes across. And that finishes up this card. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope my card inspires you to create some awesome projects, and I would love to see what you create. So come join us in my Facebook group, Crafting with Debbie, and show us your creations. There's a link in the description box below. Here are some other videos that I know you'll enjoy. Thanks again, and remember, if I can make it, you can too.